information provided.
And you really see the development of heavy rainfall, particularly Kendall County along I-10 here, Bernie, Fair Oaks Ranch, southward all the way to La Cantera, UTSA, and then all the way to 410 as well. And I'm seeing two outflow boundaries come together here on the far west side of San Antonio. So this is where I anticipate most of the new development of thunderstorms. Basically, right along 1604 on the far west side of town. So already starting to see it around SeaWorld, Alamo Ranch area, and then should continue to build southward through Highway 90, and I would anticipate it to even build southward over the next 45 minutes to an hour to I-35. We're looking at a lot of rainfall here, so not good travel on the roadways, particularly I-10 corridor, 1604 from I-10 westward all the way through Bandera Road, and even parts of 410 Castle Hills. That's where we have some issues. We'll go over some of the rainfall rates coming up a little bit later on in this newscast, but I want to point out most of the action has been along and north of Highway 90, whereas south we've had a lot of sunshine, but keep in mind these outflow boundaries are pushing southward, likely to kickstart a few new thunderstorms. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Thank you, Adam. And first at 5, a shooting on the west side this morning left a man dead on the side of a busy street.
It happened in the 2300 block of Culebra Road, close to the intersection with Bandera. And our Garrett Berger tells us the shooting might have been self-defense.
Details are still sketchy about what happened this morning along the stretch of Culebra Road. We haven't had any word of arrests as of yet, and the medical examiner's office told us earlier this afternoon that the shooting victim was still unidentified. However, from talking with police and family of people who may have been involved in this incident, we are starting to get some idea of what happened. A call for shots fired brought police rushing to the 2300 block of Culebra Road this morning.
Witnesses said there was an altercation, there was a fight, somebody pulled up in a vehicle, fired off some rounds. They fled to an unknown location.
Police say they found an unconscious man shot 4 times. Despite EMS efforts to save him, he died on scene. The sergeant who spoke to media at the scene said there were witnesses, but he did not have any details of what led up to the shooting or how it went down.
Did the victim have any weapons either? Was there firing back?
We didn't find any. So no, not at this time.
And as police processed the scene on Culebra, a father and son got into the back of SAPD vehicles, uncuffed, just a block away. A family member told KSAT that her brother, who has mental issues, lives at the shooting location and sits outside, and her father goes by to check on him. She said there has been, quote, a lot of activity at the Culebra location, though she didn't specify what kind and didn't know what happened today. When we attempted to contact the father later by phone to get his account, he declined to speak with us. Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Gonzales County Sheriff Robert Eklund has died following a long battle against COVID-19. That's according to the sheriff's office. Sheriff Eklund was a Fredericksburg native who served as a state trooper with the Texas Department of Public Safety for 35 years. He then retired from TDPS and then ran for Gonzales Sheriff last year in 2020 and took office in January of this year. Funeral arrangements are still pending. We'll bring you more updates on air and online as they become available.
As classrooms reopen for in-person instruction this fall, almost every school district in the country is reporting a shortage of bus drivers. Many districts report being between 10 to 20% short of the necessary drivers they need to begin the school year. That's because some older drivers resigned after worrying about being exposed to young unvaccinated children, while others quit over requirements that they get a COVID-19 vaccine. In Chicago, many students have been entirely without any district-provided transportation. School administrators expect the bus driver shortage to persist until after the winter holidays.
New at 5, here's how a devoted animal rescue volunteer spent part of her Labor Day sitting and waiting for a stray dog that was among the more than 24 others taken in by a man in South Bexar County. 2 years after the owner's death, Jesse Degollado tells us why the volunteer hasn't given up looking for that one dog, especially after coming so close to catching him.
It's going to be okay. We're here to help you. Okay?
Mary Euler and the other volunteers were true to their word. The nearly 30 stray dogs that Richard Ewers had taken in before he died of cancer were adopted out by animal rescue groups, all of them except for one elusive runaway.
I just couldn't believe it. Yeah, pretty emotional. Pretty emotional.
Okay, he's in the trap.
I got him. Oh my God, I got Jack. Oh my God, I got him.
The dog food and carne guisada tacos she'd put in the cage worked. She caught Jack over the weekend, ending her 2-year search, or so she thought. While she was on the phone arranging transport, she says someone watching her set out the trap pulled up in an SUV, blocking her view.
Don't know if they wanted to steal the trap. I don't know. But in less than a minute, he was gone.
Luckily, she spotted him again Monday. Jack's still in the area, so Euler says she isn't about to give up.
We promised Mr. Richard that we would rescue all his dogs. And as a rescue volunteer, we follow through.
Here she sits, and here she'll stay, says Mary Euler, as long as she can, until Jack is finally safely captured.
He's got to come back. He has to.
In South Bexar County, Jessie Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
A substitute teaching assistant, Euler, is out there before and after work feeding and rescuing strays like Jack. Euler says neighbors around the area of Loop 1604 and Pleasanton Road are on the lookout for him. But if you see Jack, Euler asks you reach out to her or the group Save Our Strays San Antonio on Facebook.
And it's Labor Day, and Morgan's Wonderland hosting a celebration. At today's Labor Day picnic, guests were able to celebrate by enjoying the last day of Morgan's Inspiration Splash Park. They were also able to meet some inclusion heroes, Heartman and Captain Inclusion.
I'm Heartman. My superhero name is Heartman, and this is my friend Dave, but his superhero name is Captain Inclusion. It's Captain Inclusion.
Looked like a fun time out there. Morgan's Wonderland will be open every weekend until the end of December this year. To plan your trip and see the full hours, you can go to morganswonderland.com. And since today is a federal holiday, that means some city facilities are closed today. That included municipal court, all Metro Health clinics, including WIC clinics, city COVID-19 testing sites also closed today, as well as San Antonio libraries. We have a full list of all city facilities and businesses closed today on our website. Go to KSAT.com. And now to the aftermath of Hurricane Ida. More than 500,000 people are still without power as the cleanup continues. The death toll continues to rise as President Biden approves major disaster declarations in several states to help residents recover. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
New Jersey streets lined with debris and the people who live there devastated by the damage. The governor getting a first-hand look and promising the resources to recover.
It will get back on its feet. We will stay with it until it does. It won't be overnight, unfortunately. There's a lot of damage here.
Similar scenes in New York City, where over a dozen lost their lives as Ida pummeled the area.
We used to think flooding was a coastal thing. It's not anymore. It can happen all over this city.
President Biden approving major disaster declarations in those states. Volunteers hitting the ground in New York's Westchester County to donate clothes and help clean up.
They didn't realize how bad it was going to be, and it was so quick. It happened so quick. It was like half an hour.
NYPD body camera footage shows officers diving into a flooded Queens apartment where a little boy and his parents died. The death toll now at 68 people across 8 states. Hundreds of thousands still without power. Some in Louisiana, like Christina Romero, may not have electricity for weeks.
I have a 3-year-old and she don't understand. We can come home and she keeps on every day, Mama, I want to go home. And it's hard, it really is. Because she don't understand, you can't live like that, you know, you can't.
And we're continuing to push Entergy at every level. The council has been relentless in that.
President Biden got a first-hand look at some of the devastation in Louisiana on Friday, and tomorrow he'll travel to some hard-hit areas in New Jersey and here in New York to survey the damage. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Here at home, a stolen vehicle is found in flames and a San Antonio police officer is blown back after it explodes. This happened just after 1 this morning, the 1700 block of Larkspur Drive, not far from West Avenue and Lock Hill Selma. Crews with the San Antonio Fire Department were able to get the scene under control, but the flames left the vehicle destroyed, as you see there. 2 air conditioners were found inside, which police believe may have been stolen. Police say suspects were also spotted leaving the area. However, officers have not released a description.
And cleanup is underway following an early morning house fire on the northeast side. Fire crews were called to the home in the 5800 block of Fort Laramie around 1:30 this morning. That's near I-35 and Weiner Road. San Antonio firefighters believe the fire was sparked from a lit cigarette the homeowner thought he put out. Crews were able to extinguish the flames quickly. No one was hurt, and damages are estimated at around $2,000.
Coming up, the computer chip shortage is impacting every industry in the United States, including the used car market. After the break, 12 on your sides, Marilyn Moritz tells you how to get the most bang for your buck when you're shopping for used cars. The computer chip shortage may stretch into 2023. That's the word from one major manufacturer, and that's having a big impact on car production. And as a result, used cars are in hot demand.
Well, buying used can be a good move, but it can also be a headache if the car has problems. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz on how to make a smart buy on a used car.
My car started making a weird noise. My air conditioner stopped working again. And then when I got home from my honeymoon, the check engine light came on. I'm done. I'm buying something else.
But as Dan Barkium learned, finding a used car for sale is a challenge.
The shortage of new cars available for sale right now has actually made demand for used cars jump too. The average price of a used car has jumped 12.5% over the past year.
So what can you do? First tip from Consumer Reports, be open-minded. Research current pricing and deals on several models to increase your chances of finding what you want.
So I started looking between CRVs, RAV4s, CX-5. I researched other dealerships just to see what they were charging for similar cars.
Also, don't rush into a purchase when you find the used car you want for a sweet price. If the price is too good, there could be a problem.
When buying any used car, check for open recalls at nhtsa.gov/recalls. You can also get a vehicle history report. But the best way to ensure that a car is roadworthy is to have it inspected by an independent mechanic before you buy it.
But what if you buy a bum car from a licensed dealer? Texas lemon law will only help if the car is still under manufacturer's warranty. And if you buy from a private seller, you have fewer protections. So Consumer Reports advice, get as many guarantees about the condition of the vehicle in writing, just in case you end up in court. If you're looking to sell, good news. You'll probably get more now than ever, especially for an SUV or a pickup truck or a car less than 5 years old. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Well, taking a look at live cam now, look at that. The ominous skies out there after those showers we had earlier today, or we're having right now.
Yeah, and then from the 90s down to the 70s. Am I reading that right, Adam?
Yes, that is correct. And actually, from 100 down to the 70s. I know, it's that benchmark. We did it. Today was our first 100-degree day at about 2:19 p.m. according to the preliminary update from the National Weather Service. We did have our first 100-degree day. That makes it the latest first 100-degree day on record. That is for a year where we did hit 100. 23 years we didn't hit 100. Anyway, scattered storms out there now and a drop in the humidity to look forward to soon. It's been a while since we felt some drier air. Okay, let's get right to the radar and take a look at the activity that we have out there right now. It's scattered, but especially heavy now on the west side of San Antonio. That's where we have most of the action. That's where we have some heavy rainfall leading to just some localized flooding, primarily some stream, small river, and a little bit of ponding of water on the roadways, of course. Currently, nothing severe in our area. We don't have any damaging storms out there right now, nothing that meets the criteria of severe thunderstorms. And you look here, Lavaca County, Hallettsville getting that heavy rainfall. It's starting to dissipate, but giving Hallettsville a good soaking. Westward toward Gonzales and Shiner, it's starting to dissipate, and we'll just continue to work our way westward here all the way into San Antonio and Bexar County. You see, over the past hour, we had a few hit or miss showers on the northeast side of town around 410 and even 35 and 1604. But now the action is 281 in Comal County. Kendall County still seeing some heavy rainfall and already 1 to 2 inches of rain in this stretch roughly along I-10 from Kendall County all the way down through Bexar County. No surprise here where these two outflow boundaries are coming together. That's where we see the thunderstorm development. And I anticipate more development just within the next 20 to 30 minutes southward down 1604 towards Somerset area. That's some heavy rainfall. And what we have in Medina County is slowly starting to fall apart a little bit. Still some heavy rain and lightning with it, but falling apart just a little bit right now and not quite as strong. So looking at the rainfall totals out there, you look at particularly the west and northwest side of San Antonio. SeaWorld, roughly Alamo Ranch, all the way up to UTSA to I-10, and then even here closer to Scenic Oaks, Fair Oaks Ranch area. And look at this yellow. That indicates 2 inches or more of rainfall estimated by the Doppler radar. And this stretches all the way down toward the medical center area with about 1 inch estimates from the Doppler radar. So impressive rainfall out there today. Luckily, it's just more of a nuisance than anything if you're traveling or if you have outdoor plans. But it's also very good because we could use these showers. We've had a bit of a dry stretch, and it's nice to see some rainfall out there. Where we have these outflow boundaries, they could kick up more showers in the hours ahead. So something to keep in mind. If you feel that quick, cool breeze, don't be surprised if you get a thunderstorm overhead about 20 to 30 minutes after that. There you go, 100 degrees today, but officially no rainfall at the airport. It was elsewhere, just not exactly over the rain gauge at the airport. Now we're at 80, dew point is 69, so still sticky outside. But look at the difference. Hondo 79 with some rain. Neighboring Devine 100. But don't worry, Devine, that outflow is moving towards you right now, and you're going to get a puff of cool wind, a little cool breeze. Same with Pleasanton as well, now at 101, going to quickly cool off. You look off to the Rio Grande, we're in the low 100s. So the rest of this evening, wide-ranging temperatures, still some lingering showers out there through about 8 o'clock. Then the sun sets, of course, and we'll have some partial clearing. I think most, if not all, the showers will come to an end shortly after sunset. And then tomorrow we start the day at 73. Sunny, 98, near 100 for the afternoon, and a few isolated pop-up showers and storms, probably not as numerous as today. Here's the key. Near 100 the rest of the week, but lower humidity for the afternoons Wednesday through Saturday.
Although short-lived, we made it to the triple digits. Thank you, Adam.
Yes. Greg Simmons joins us now. And Greg, NFL starting up this weekend, but a big absence for the Cowboys.
Yeah, their best offensive lineman, and as Zeke puts it, their best offensive player. When we come back, how much does missing Zach Martin mean to Zeke? He will let us know. The Texans name his starting quarterback. Not a shocker. Coming up.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Week 1 of the NFL season is finally here. The Dallas Cowboys will be the first to step on the field in 2021 with the face of the defending Super Bowl champion, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in Tampa this Thursday. When they do, they will be shorthanded. After it was announced on Sunday that Pro Bowl and All-Pro lineman Zach Martin will miss the season opener after testing positive for COVID-19. And now the fear is the team will lose more players due to contact tracing. For Ezekiel Elliott, who's coming off the worst season as a pro and is looking to make amends, knows how much Martin means to this team and to him personally.
Zach's the best player in our offense. Most runs, they coming back behind him. Even last year, we were battling some injuries. He moved in the right tackle, and he still, excelled at right tackle. So, his talent is, you can't speak about him enough.
Now, Houston, Texas head coach David Culley stated the obvious today when he officially named Tyrod Taylor as their starting quarterback for their season opener Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's not like he had a choice, even though Deshaun Watson is still officially on the roster. Watson, who's facing 22 civil lawsuits for women who claim he sexually assaulted them or behaved inappropriately during massages, hasn't played it down in the preseason, even though he has been on the practice field at times. He's also under a criminal investigation by the Houston Police Department. Now Culley prepares to coach his first NFL regular season game. So is anything that stands out in his preparation for the Jaguars?
Just the fact that I just know that I keep getting flashbacks to our last preseason game is that the execution wasn't there from a standpoint of turning the ball over. And I do know that when you turn the ball over like that, your chances of winning football games go way down. And that's the one thing that's been kind of sitting with me lately. And, of course, as I said before, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen and correct that this week in practice.
Congratulations to Spurs assistant coach Becky Hammond. She's been named as one of the top 25 best and most influential players in the 25-year history of the WNBA. The list is actually called W25. Hammond made that list, voted on by members of the media. And women basketball advocates. That's after suiting up for the New York Liberty from 1996 to 2006. San Antonio Stars, 2007 to 2014, before being added to Greg Popovich's staff as the first full-time female assistant coach in NBA history. Coming up at 6 o'clock, UTSA is coming off the biggest win in their football franchise history. Got that for you.
That was a big win, Greg.
That's huge on the road, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, and we'll be back right after the break.
West of San Antonio right now, just some widely separated downpours here and there along Highway 90 and north of Highway 90 into the hill country. You get closer to San Antonio, and that's where we've got the heaviest rain, particularly on the west and northwest side of town, around 1604. From about I-10 all the way down to Highway 90. That's the heaviest activity that's out there right now. That's going to take a little longer to rain itself out. It's going to dump a few inches of rain easily. Otherwise, this evening after sunset, rainfall coming to an end. Tomorrow, a few isolated, localized downpours popping up. Near 100 the rest of the week, but here's the key. Lower humidity by Wednesday through Saturday. So during the afternoons, it'll be sunny, it'll be hot, but you'll notice a big drop in the humidity level. So that is something to look forward to in the days ahead.
And we wanted a break from that heat, so we got it.
We got it today for sure.
All right, thanks for watching the news at 5.
World News is next, and we'll see you back here with the 6 o'clock news.